Federal prosecutors say Reed had an extensive criminal history dating back as far as 2017. Prosecutors say Reed should have never been out of custody. 26-year-old woman is still in the hospital fighting for her life after police say 50-year-old Lawrence Reed allegedly set her on fire while riding the train on Monday.
I'm getting multiple calls for, the Blue Line Clark and Lake. Says a female was set on fire at the location.
The U.S. Attorney's Office announced Reed is being charged with committing a terrorist attack against a mass transportation system. According to the criminal complaint, Reed allegedly poured gasoline over the woman's head and body.
Was literally sitting down. I've seen reports that there was an altercation or that there was some kind of a disagreement or argument that took place. Those statements are inaccurate and false. She was on her phone.
The woman, fully engulfed in flames, managed to run off the train. Investigators say Reed bought gasoline at a Chicago gas station about 20 minutes before the attack. Prosecutors say Reed has an extensive criminal history. He was previously charged in 2020 in connection with the fire at the Thompson Center.
Lawrence Reed had no business being on the streets given his violent criminal history and his pending criminal cases. Reed had plenty of second chances by the criminal justice system, and as a result, you have an innocent victim in the hospital fighting for her life. Because of the swift action of CPD, ATF, and our law enforcement partners, there will be no other chances for Mr. Reed.
Prosecutors say Reed faces a maximum sentence of life in prison if convicted. That 26-year-old woman remains in the hospital tonight in critical condition. For now, reporting live in downtown Chicago, Leslie Moreno, Fox 32 News.
Ecclesiasticus 39, verse 28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction, they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. Fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. Teeth of wild beasts and scorpions, serpents and the sword, punishing the wicked to destruction. They shall rejoice in his commandment, and they shall be ready upon earth when need is. And when their time is come, they shall not transgress his word. Okay, shalom, shalom. Call Halayimla, Yahweh.
Prosecutors say
Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rakal Kodash, as well as a double honors upon to the apostles and elders of GMS, Great Millstone, whom I've learned this truth under. Okay, and I got a couple nights ago, I forgot to screenshot it for edification purposes. I got a breaking news notification on Reddit of a woman getting set on fire on a Chicago train. Okay, and this is looks like the person that allegedly committed this crime. And he already looked 5150. He looked mentally ill, completely out of his mind. Okay, plagued in the heart, meaning mind. This guy looked completely gone. Okay, you got that spirit of ODB on him. This guy's not right. But as well, we know that this could be potentially one of Esau's psyops. You know, we know Esau is the accuser of thy brethren. Okay, but anyways, you know, we seeing more and more stories of, in particular, these women getting judged left and right out here. I ain't never seen so many stories of women getting attacked by pit bulls, getting stabbed, getting shot at. Judgment is increasing on these women because they done live deliciously in oppressing the men and through this wicked system of feminism here in America, and a lot of judgments kicking up. Now, I wasn't able to see if the victim, what nationality she was, but nevertheless, judgment is increasing on these women out here. It's getting more and more dangerous. And here's the story. Okay, here it is. You riding on the train, and then someone come around the cut to set your ass up on fire. That is a spirit created for vengeance. Let's also, as well, the brothers out there in Chicago. This is from the elder Saint Benji, as well as the brother I believe is pronounced Kapatzazat. Okay, the brothers out there in the GMS Chicago camp, multiple camps out there, did a story on basically a woman got jumped by a gang of children. Okay, and one of her children was trying to block her, and she had sickle cell on top of that. Okay, this shows you, man, and this was in Chicago too. You know, that comfortability, that little shield of invincibility is starting to decrease for you women, and is straight hell out here. So once again, verse 29 says, fire and hail and famine and death, all these were created for vengeance. And this man allegedly has a previous track record of arson, setting shit on fire. Okay, this is clearly a spirit created for vengeance, and you're going to see more and more deranged lunatics like this let loose in the streets, and you women is going to be the number 1, 2, and 3 target out here. Ain't finna be no 911 real soon. So let's just continue. You know, the Lord is sending judgments out here left and right, and talking to myself first and foremost, you know, to be circumspect and you know, just keep our eyes out. Is a lot happening right now in the collapse of Babylon the Great America. Zephaniah 3 verse 5. The just Lord is in the midst thereof. He will not do iniquity. Every morning doth he bring his judgment to light. He faileth not, but the unjust knoweth no shame. And the scriptures also speak on, you know, wicked men understand not judgment. Okay, you over here riding your train, probably most likely to and from work, to and from the plantation, and all of a sudden a nigger come to set your ass on fire. That is a spirit created for vengeance, but as well, that's a judgment. You know, as a driver, you know, even driving to and from work, you know, some asshole could run the light, be drunk, and take your ass out of here. Okay, the judgments are constantly happening. Okay, and that's the Lord sending them. So you know, speaking to myself first and foremost, it's good that we stay prayed up, but as well we stay circumspect, because these some real evil ass times. People is out they damn mind. This is what you get with the wicked in rulership. People are mimicking that evil and craziness. And a lot of people don't have shit left to lose here in America. So what they lose it. They lose it in the head. And then especially on this public transportation. Let me get this. Ephesians 5 verse 15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And that word circumspect means, you know, circular, to be around, inspect your vision, to be around of all your surroundings. Okay, because the days are evil. And I guarantee this woman, most likely, she done had her damn headphones on. She was looking down, sitting on the phone. If I'm on some type of public transportation, almost always I keep one earphone out so I can hear what's going around me. Okay, another one, you know, speaking on the days, and especially this, man, the brothers doing stories on, you know, Eve getting jacked up by a gang of children. That Super Mario star of invincibility is starting to wane. Okay, and her ass is you know, looking like lunch meat out in these streets, and only you're gonna see more and more stories of that. And one of my former camp I used to be a part of, always used to say with the blood brother, you know, you know America done when you start seeing you know, more and more stories of these women getting judged and jacked up left and right. Because when it's niggas dying, it's all good. That's part of the program. Okay, but now, you know, the Lord is starting to turn that judgment onto these women, Eve in particular, starting with the women of Judah, the so-called black woman. Okay, and that ease that she done been able to you know, walk around pridefully is it's decreasing, and it's getting more and more dangerous out here, especially for you women. Y'all gonna be a lot of targets in these days. Isaiah 32 verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vengeance shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Vengeance talking about these jobs, you know, the gathering, the little government goodies and benefits, the SNAP and welfare and Section 8, all that's drying up. Tremble, ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Upon the land of my people shall come up thorns and briars. Yeah, upon the houses of joy in the joyous city. And that spirit of mirth, that happy fun time spirit here in America, happy holidays spirit is ceasing. Okay, it's getting too real out here. A lot of people is broke. They losing their jobs. They losing their benefits. They got to work till they damn die, work till they 80 year old. Okay, they ain't got no retirement, or Esau wickedly took away their retirement, so they got to go back in the field and work. A lot of people is losing their damn mind out here. Okay, and we seen judgments kick up, in particular at you women, which we know, 2026 could very well be that year of Micah, Isaiah 4:1, as well as Micah 7 verse 9 and 10. Let me start at verse 9. Because part of this indignation of the Lord, us as Israelite men, is having our women be above us. Speaks about that in Isaiah, the 3rd chapter, Isaiah 3, verse 12. Children are their oppressors and women rule over them. We know the scriptures refer, I believe it's Sirach, the 10th chapter. Let me make sure. Either Sirach, the 10th chapter, or Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, about, woe to the land when thy king is a child. Okay, yeah, that's Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter. Esau, Edom, who's in powership, rules like a damn wicked child. Okay, he's really a servant. I think it's 16. Yup. Ecclesiastes 10 verse 16. Woe to thee, O land, when thy king is a child and thy princes eat in the morning. Okay, and in Isaiah 3, it speaks on our people being oppressed by children. Isaiah 3 verse 12. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee cause thee to err and destroy the way of thy paths. And part of that, that judgment of us erring and going off is having, shit being completely out of order. Having the woman be set up above the man. Look at the hell. Look at the danger. Look at the violence, the madness, confusion that then created, especially in the so-called black community. Going back to the Elder St. Benji, that the black community is toast. Well, that's part of the judgment, having our women above us. But now we starting to see more and more these women who done, lived on vacation mode for the oppression of their own men, of their own nation. They starting to get clapped out here. Okay, it's getting real. Micah 7 verse, we'll start at verse 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness. Verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her which said unto me, where is the Lord thy power? Mine eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. Mire meaning mud, dirt, shit in the streets. The scripture, what's the saying? She's for the streets, as well as the scripture speak on a shameless woman will be accounted as a dog, as well as a harlot shall be accounted as spittle. These women is going to be asked out when real judgment kicks up, and ain't no 911 no more. And it's straight, niggas like, let's pull his crazy ass up again. Niggas like this in an alleyway walking towards you at 3 in the damn morning. You ain't finna be calling no 911 or anyone. Okay, it's gonna be straight judgment. And we seeing these stories of these women getting judged intensify more and more. And Lord willing, we see more of that going into 2026. That's all part of the collapse of Babylon the Great America. You women catching that judgment too, because y'all not exempt, just like the men are. I hope this was edifying. Shalom.